night you hear three tones ring out. They have a special meaning, so here's what it's all about. I love you.
Hi boys and girls, it's me. And welcome back to Vintage Radiowild Part 2. I hope you enjoyed Part 1. I had fun putting it together. And I've actually gotten a couple emails and things from people with very nice comments, so thank you very much. Let me, instead of just babbling here because I have a lot of content, let me just go ahead and we'll move on to the next segment. Have I participated in other people's videos? Well, I've been in 2 other videos that other people from YouTube have done, and I just happened to be there. One was basically planned. One was one featuring Corvair Wild came over to my house and stopped by one night, and it was very nice to me. And we had some tea, and me and Miss RW sat here and chatted a little bit, and then went out to the garage. And ironically, when he showed up, he had Muggs here too, his little dog. His dog's cute. And we went out to the garage, and I had just gotten the El Camino basically whole out of the speed shop in the garage, and I think the car, I had the car back for maybe like 3 or 4 days. And I really wanted to take it out and give him a ride, but that night it had rained real hard and the roads were wet, and I was kind of unsure of the car, and I didn't want to like just start spinning my wheels and not go anywhere, so we basically did a cold start in the garage.
The MIG welding wire from when they welded the frame back in 1965. It's got chrome Chevy rally wheels. What is it?
Oh, I couldn't tell.
Let's fire this thing up and I'll show you what it is. Let's just take the camera and bring it around to the back. I'll show you. Dual exhaust, chrome tips. It's a Chevy. Small blocks forever. Oh yeah. How many miles on this brand new motor?
About 15 miles.
15, 25 kilometers. Crank that baby up! Yeah. This camera off and come back next year, go for a drive. Promise?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm Corvair Wild on YouTube and I get a drive of this.
I'm Radiowild. I'm going to drive this thing when the weather turns nice.
All right.
That was a lot of fun. So that was one video. The other video was done from user 25545. I have no idea who that was. Never met him or her, but it was a Classic Nights cruise night with the Halloween version. So people would get dressed up in Halloween decor and dress up their cars as well. I did not have the El Camino out of the shop yet. It was still, we were still working on getting the motor and new motor and transmission in. So I was there in my regular car, and we just stopped and said hello because we know a lot of people that go there, and we stopped and said hello. And we were chatting with this lady there that we know, and it was funny because you can see me and Mrs. RW standing there. We were drinking coffee.
This is the only place I've looked at. There's a tablets. You wanted blackjack.
I had a windfall at the blackjack table. I said,
Why did I become a ham? That's a good question. Basically, for a lot of years, I was a shortwave listener. I used to like to sit around and take radios and DX and try to find distant radio stations on a receiver. When I joined the New Jersey Antique Radio Club, there was, I would say at that time when I joined, this was probably around 99 or 2000, might have been 98, I don't remember why I joined it, but it was a long time ago. And a little more than half of the people, ironically, in the New Jersey Antique Radio Club were also hams. Some are technicians, some are generals, some are extras, and some are advanced. And these are different levels of ham radio licenses, if you're not familiar with ham radio. So one of the gentlemen in the club at the time, his name is Joe, and his call happens to be N3IBX. He kind of sat me down and he says, you know, look, you're a bright guy, and you really like these radios, you know, you really should get on the air. And I used to say, well, I'm not really that big of a talker on the radio. I just would rather listen, because I really don't have much to say. I'd much rather listen. He says, no, it's baloney. You know, you just study and get your ticket, and then believe me, you'll have fun and you'll enjoy it. I said, okay. So I went and I joined the local ham club. And well, before I joined the local ham club, I went and I took a test in Parsippany, New Jersey. I don't remember that club that was there at the time, but I took my technician test. This was during a ham fest. They had a ham fest, actually, where NJRC has our swap meets in Parsippany, over the PAL building. So I took my amateur test, or the technician test, and I passed it. And then the gentleman there said, hey, well, you want to take a shot at the general? You know, I wasn't really thinking about it, but I figured, well, what the heck, okay, because I didn't think that the technician test was too bad. So I had taken a general test, and I had passed that, and then the gentleman said, well, look, you know, might as well go ahead and try for your extra. And I was going to, except for the fact that I just, it was kind of weird, because I had K2RMS with me at that time, and he was going through the swap meeting that was just breaking up. And, you know, I didn't want to keep Rich there, K2RMS there, any longer. He had to be waiting for me to take my exam, because I didn't know how long it would take. So I just passed on that. I said, well, look, you know, thank you, but I'll just take the general and you know, be gone, and I'll take the extra somewhere down the line. Well, that was back in 2007. Now it's 2016. I still haven't taken the extra test. So I plan on taking it soon. Not that, I mean, it'll give me some bandwidth privileges and things, but I think it would just be cool just to have the extra attached to my name and all that. So you know, if it wasn't for N3IBX, I probably wouldn't be a ham. That's just the way it is. Something that's funny how life is sometimes, but that's what happened. Nobody really asked me this question, but I just figured I'd throw it in here because it just happens to be Super Bowl 50, and as you all know, that the game is going to be Sunday, 6:30 Eastern time. So this is my personal prediction. So basically, it's going to be a real good game. I happen to really like both teams. The teams that really played well this year are the ones that are there, and basically in both conferences they were the #1 teams in both conferences. Now the Carolina Panthers were just phenomenal this year. I mean, Cam Newton is just playing, I mean, he's just, this is just a banner year for him. And as a Jets fan, I kind of like the fact that Jericho Cotchery is having a great year, because he used to be a Jet. So, granted, he's probably an elderly man for the National Football League, but he's having a good season, and I'm actually happy for him. So I think that's a good thing. So if they won, that would probably be pretty special for that team, because then they would probably deserve it. But then on the other hand, you've got Peyton Manning, who's just had a phenomenal career. The Broncos have had a terrific season. And the defense has just really been spectacular. I mean, they've really been, the defense has been what the Broncos kept the Broncos in a lot of their games, and way they were the #1 team in the American Conference. So now I guess I'm going to put myself on the limb, because this is going to be on the channel, and unless I delete the video, it's going to be up there permanently. So here goes. My prediction for Super Bowl 50, it's going to be the Carolina Panthers, and the score is going to be 30-20. And like I said, no matter who wins, actually wins, I think they're going to definitely deserve it. So both teams are really, really good this year. So good luck. Enjoy the game. And by the way, if you're snacking and you just happen to see the bean dip there, do me a favor. Just dip once and eat it. Don't take a bite and then double dunk like George did on Seinfeld, because that's, you know, this is still flu season. So we don't want to see anybody get sick. So just remember that. Keep that in the back of your mind. Keep washing your hands frequently, and you know, try to be healthy, because we're only on this planet for a limited amount of time. So it's good to try to be healthy for as long as you possibly can. So take care, and thanks for watching. More videos to come, hopefully soon. So take care. Hi, boys and girls. It's me. Welcome back to my special Vintage Radiowild, and I want to just take a moment here and blah 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 blah. I forgot what I was going to say.
Three little tones just had their say. I love you.